Now to check out the things that I did here. See, I got 2 batteries from the drone, and I like this battery, like from the camcorder, I opened it up, and and then I removed the old batteries, the old nickel cadmium batteries, and then I put these 2 batteries from my drone, you know, from these drones, and we could use any battery like these. We could use any battery that totals about 12 volts or more than that. We need it to total like maybe about 14-15 volts total. Enough power, enough voltage to power the camcorder. So what I did is I connected these normal lipo batteries, like from my drones. These are 7.4 volts each. So what I did to get 15 volts, or roughly there, or 14 or 15, was I connected these in series. I connected these in series, like you'll see right here. I mean, I don't know how. What I did here is I connected a jumper cable, jumper lead from here, like from the positive of one battery to the negative of another one. A jumper lead, or like coming from here to, I'll show you right now. Okay, here's the deal. So what I did, I got 2 of these batteries that have 7.4 volts, and I connected these in a series, so that way it can create like around double the volts of that. So that's about 15-16 volts, around 15, and that's enough to power this camcorder and all the other VHSs like this one. So what I did is I put a jumper like from the negative of one battery to the positive on another, from another. Then I connected these 2 batteries as one battery, connecting the positive to the positive over here, and then the negative to the negative of the camcorder. So, and it works. And then after I taped all this up, I'm gonna create a better way to. I'm just gonna buy connectors or something, or I mean, I don't want to cut up these wires or anything. I just want to buy connectors, and I could just get them from the eBay for drones, so I can connect it like with the drones connectors, so it's easier. So that way I could charge these batteries individually. But the only thing that's about doing this is that we have to charge these using the drone chargers, you know, the battery. And it's a little trouble, but it works. It does work. So that was neat. That was a neat experience, and this is inexpensive, very inexpensive to do too. I mean, the best part about it is I was able to put these batteries in, after hooking these up, inside the original case after opening them up and everything. Okay, well, so anyway, for this other part of the video, this is the battery that's like before I went ahead and modified it with the drone batteries. But this battery, like the example of what needs to be done is like you gotta get a screwdriver to help you pry the whole thing apart. It has to be taken apart, and you have to force it apart apparently. And you can see that in the inside it has these old cells. All the old stuff needs to be taken out. Remove everything. Remove everything you see and just leave the contacts. These contacts. So this is a battery before doing the modification. Now this is the battery after doing the modification, and now I went ahead and spent all day long today to perfect this, to get it perfected so that way it could be convenient for me to go ahead and plug in the battery. So like there's the cover that I had already taken out, and these are the batteries that I had. These are the drone batteries, and this is the modification that I'm talking about. So what I did here, I kind of like tweaked everything, or I just made it, made it easy for me to work on this. So I mean, I went ahead and I got a piece of wood, and then I got some nails or other things that fit perfectly in these. And then, you know, and then I did all this. Well, I soldered the wire, the negative and the positive, and then I led it over here. And so you can see what I did here, that these two in the middle, these two right here, are jumped, or they're like, it's like one, it's a banana plug basically on these two. And then this wire, this prong, it leads to this wire, which leads to the positive, which is over here. And then this end prong, which is the negative, it leads to the negative wire, to the negative battery post. And then these two in the middle are jumped, or they're like looped, or what do we call that? I mean, I just know that, I mean, I'm putting the batteries in a series. So, and now for the batteries, these are the drone batteries that I got from these drones, from this one. This one is a Hubsan S501 drone. I just happen to have drones for my hobby. I happen to love using drones, and then this is where I came up with the idea of using these drone batteries to power up the camcorder with it, because I feel that these batteries are good enough for it. Apparently they are, because I already tried it. So 2 of these you need, because it's 7.4 volts for each battery, so you have to connect these in a series, so that way you'll get the 12 volts right here. So I mean, these batteries read 12 volts, but they're actually a little bit more. I mean, when it was in good condition, they used to read about as much as 15 volts when they're fully charged. And so this camcorder requires more than 12 volts for it to actually operate. So it requires more like 14, 15 volts for it to actually operate, to turn on and everything. I mean, and it requires more than 12 to be able to turn on, and for the initial startup and everything, because you need all the amperage. So these two batteries together will create about 14.4 volts, but when it's fully charged, these can produce about 16 volts, which is plenty of volts. It's enough volts, and it's not too much to burn it out or anything. So now with these batteries, I rubber band the batteries so that way they don't bounce around. And then I put this battery more like on the back, more backwards, back out. And I put the top one more inward. And the reason why is because of the shape of this housing, you know. It needs to accommodate the battery, you know. So now to put in the battery, I guess it's easier for me to put the bottom one on first. And then I painted these just to be sure that I don't accidentally reverse the polarity of the batteries. So I'll just have to plug in one first. I mean, there's just one way I did it, but there's other ways to do this. But this is just one way that I did. I just did this way today. So I'm just trying out this way. So far it seems like it's working really good. And I just plug it in and that's all I gotta do. That's all I need to do. I mean, I invented this. I invented this to make things easier for me. So, and then the cover goes on nicely, you know. Goes on perfectly. See that? So this is a retro battery converted into a LiPo battery. But although I have not tried charging it with the regular charger, and I would not even advise doing that. I wouldn't even advise. I would just, when these batteries get bad or when they deplete, you just take off the cover, you take out the batteries, and you charge it on your drone charger right there. I mean, you just, yeah, you charge it on there. And then you put it back together, and then you're set to go. Okay, so I showed you earlier, so now I put the batteries in fully charged, and I put tape for now. I'm going to try to invent a better way to do this. But tape works good. I mean, put enough of it, you know, to make sure it's not going to fall off. And then now, to plug it into the camcorder. And voila. And it works. Oh. Things are different today, though.
Another day.
You too. Cut. This is YouTube. So it's like in the 80s. But good about these VHSs. I'm on battery power still. It works good, huh? Along with this camcorder, you need to get at least one more of these batteries. See, I'm using these batteries right now at the moment. I'm using these. Two of these in a series. I hooked up two batteries like this in a series. Like, okay. I'm gonna ride this bike around the neighborhood. Yeah, I'll be back. Okay. Yeah. Can't believe this, I can't believe I have battery power on the old school 1988 camcorder. Camcorder, the 1988.
He just left to be like this. On my job, everybody's like hugging him.
Wait, so why did you choose that? Like,
no, because like they said, who wants to take it home? Because like nobody, like there's a guy who wants to take him home, but like I'm the first one.
to raise your hand?
Come here.
Yeah, I spent all day long perfecting the battery. Perfecting the battery for this camcorder. And it works perfectly. I mean, what I mean is like, well, what's going to be nice is that I can use the battery. I mean, I can use the battery like whenever I want, like quickly and easy. Dang it. To record while driving was actually pretty easy to do, you know, back in my days. It was not hard to do that, you know. But I could not do that while riding the scooter, though, unfortunately. But the bike, I was able to record while I was riding the bike, but I had to be on the bike for one hand, though, with one hand, though. So, recording on the VHS while driving. I can remember, I know my date. What do I remember on? Well, you know, the thing is that I did not used to actually do this much. I didn't do this much, you know, recording while driving, because I used to think that it was a waste of tape to do that, you know. And that's what I used to feel, you know, back. Now I sort of regret not doing it now, but oh well. The zoom is kind of slow on these camcorders, because this one does not have a rocker switch. But it was actually to an advantage, though, because that way we wouldn't be playing with the rocker switch so much and causing a bad video, causing a video to look bad.